kinetic type series.
I did all these images with only some plasticine and a simple lettering that I made in Illustrator, not to mention the help of Adobe Firefly. Bear with me because I'm going to share my approach to how to generate cool letterings through artificial intelligence. So here we are in Adobe Firefly, and the first thing that I'm going to tell you is that we are not going to be writing prompts and stuff. So you click here in generate, and the first thing that we are going to do is just clear everything here, like everything, and the prompt that we are going to use is something just like that, because we are going to work from a reference image for the structure and a reference image for the style. So that means that we are going to need something like this for the structure, like this is going to be our lettering that is going to be dressed, so to say, with a visual style. And in another folder we are going to have these photos that I took that are just plasticine, nothing very fancy. Even like the setup that I used is just a paper and just like that. I made some photographs, and that's pretty much it. So if we go back to Adobe Firefly, we are going to throw here in the structure like our lettering. Something that is important to mention is that structure images work best in black over white. The most simplified they are, the better they are going to work, and also it works pretty well when it's something that feels like script or handmade. I'm going to grab this one and I put it here in structure, reference, uploading images, some stuff, but we click on continue, and then on reference we are going to upload the plasticine photograph. For example, this one that I twisted, I put it here in styles where it says upload image. I throw it there, and then it's a matter of just clicking here, trying prompt, and this little birdie is going to tell us that the prompt is too short, but we don't give up. And yeah, you see, the main thing here is that we need to crank up the strength of the reference here, so that Firefly, we click here in generate again, so that way Firefly is going to recognize the letters just as they are. And now what I do is a matter of tweaking the reference structure image or the reference visual style image. For example, I'm going to show you some stuff. If the thickness of the outcome is for example, too thick, I come here and I tweak that. I export it again. Now I go back to Firefly and I put the new reference for the structure there and click again in generate, the generate button, and that means that the result is going to be different. And other thing that I can do is tweak the style image. For example, if I don't like the background here that has a lot of texture, maybe I can get rid of that detail on the reference image. And I did that in Photoshop, and the outcome is this. I erased the background, and also I created some different visual styles, like just by adding some color. So from one image, original photograph, that is this one here, I created different outcomes or different visual styles, because what Firefly does is it takes into consideration everything, the plasticine here, but also like this texture that we have on the floor or on the background. So all that is important. So let's try out one of these. For example, this one. I throw it here in style, the reference for style, and I click on generate again. And you can see right away that the result is very different in terms of the color and the background. So that's one way of working. Also, you can keep going, like tweaking different things. Here you have in the effects without changing the style or the reference that you dropped here. You can, for example, let's go through all these. Let's say this, for example, glass morphism, and all these you can stack them here together. You can click on generate and see how that affects your image. So that's a very interesting way to work. Even if you click on one of the outcomes here, you can say that you want Firefly to use this image that was created as a style reference. So that way, that is going to be here, and you are going to be digging more into that particular visual style. You see that we went a step further, and we are going away from our original photograph and going into something new in a way. So that's super interesting. Also, take into consideration that you always can erase anything that you added here, but also you can play with here with these sliders, and you need to have some real fun here. So this is cool. So I'm going to show you now some of the different images that I created, and some of them are very, very interesting. This one, for example, it was with the background that the photograph has, so no Photoshop here. I just threw the original photo as the style reference, and the lettering that I made in Illustrator. Here also like playing with this plasticine effect, a lot of that. Then when I tweaked the background and I changed it to black in Photoshop, this kind of stuff started to come out. This without the details on the photo. So some pretty amazing things going on. This was, for example, I was tweaking here in colors. You have an option in color and tone that is pastel color. So with that activated, it created this kind of amazing pastel color effect here. So that's the thing, you keep adding effects and trying different things out, but at the end all this was created from two very simple ingredients that are a very simple lettering that I exported from Illustrator, but you even can like create with some pencil on paper and photograph that. And then, you know, the plasticine that was used as the reference for the style. So you can see how many different outcomes with just some time can create through Adobe Firefly. Just two more things to end this tutorial. One is that you have here different aspect ratios to create your images, and to export them you just have a button here of one of the 4 images, and you click here and you just export it, and it's in a pretty nice resolution. And the last thing is that I'm going to recommend you the work of Thanos, my good friend Thanos, here in motionpunk.com. And why I'm finishing an AI tutorial with this, because I truly think that no technology can substitute the work of an amazing 3D artist like Thanos is, because he's able to create amazing images and projects in motion, and the most important part is that he can tailor-made them so that they just fit the necessities of any project, and that's impossible with artificial intelligence these days. So, and also because I think it's the right thing to do. These people were in the industry like for many years, and they do this amazing work, so we cannot think that we can do something similar to this with Adobe Firefly. So go there and please enjoy his work.
Kinetic Type Series.